Guys, it's Bren, and I am here today with a post-burn candle review. Nothing to do with Bath & Body Works this time. It is a peanut butter and jelly Crossroads candle post-burn review. Before I get into it, I will say a little update on my SAS video that I posted last time. I am loving my Mango Mandarin Wallflower. It is throwing for days and days. I'm going to have to go back and get some more of those. The Brown Sugar Fig Wallflower is not doing as great. It's in my bathroom. I can't really smell it. The Lavender Macaron one is pretty good too. I might pick up another one of those. But as far as SAS updates, that's really all I have for you. I haven't actually been back to the store. Crossroads. These are both the 16-ounce versions, 80 to 100 hour burn time that I picked up from them. Let me give you a little bit of my history with Crossroads before I get into this review. So I ordered some Crossroads candles last year when Sean first started reviewing them. A lot of people jumped on the bandwagon, me included, and I got the bigger jars. I got a blueberry pancakes, a peach cobbler, something called cranberry amaretto that is retired now, and a grandma's kitchen, which is supposed to be like an almondy type of scent. And I was like, they were so-so for me. They weren't terrible, but they weren't like great, and I didn't feel the need to order any more candles from them. But then at the beginning of this year, they came out with these two new scents, and I was really intrigued by them, and I wanted to try them, but I didn't right away because I was just waiting for the right sale, I guess. And then on the last, Friday the 13th, they did the 16-ounce candles, which are usually, I think, like $16, but for $13 each plus $5 shipping. And that was enough to make me go, okay, I'm going to try these two scents. And then if you watched my haul video, you know that my first impressions were kind of that I liked the scent of the jelly donut candle quite a bit. But the peanut butter cookie candle, I was a little thrown off. It wasn't what I expected. And that's kind of how I feel about Crossroads. So one thing that I don't like is that you can't just get one votive, and I don't have a Crossroads retailer near me, so I can't actually smell the candles. I just kind of have to take a leap of faith and hope that I like them. I ordered some of the scent cubes because that's the cheapest thing you can order from them on their website, but I found that the scent cubes in a couple different scents didn't really smell like the candles when I got the candle, so that's not really a good indicator if you're going to like the candle or not. So you have to spend a little bit of money to see what these smell like if you don't have anywhere that sells them near you. And that's what makes me hold back as well. And with Crossroads, historically for me, my thing has been that the candles they burn really well. The performance on Crossroads candles is great. I can't complain about that. But for me, the scent appeal just hasn't been there. The scents that I've tried, I just haven't loved, and I haven't felt like the website descriptions have been an accurate representation of what the candles actually smell like for me. Probably my favorite one was the peach cobbler, but it really had no bakery in it at all. It was just peach and vanilla. The cranberry amaretto didn't have any amaretto in it at all for me. The grandma's kitchen scent cubes were really almondy, like this mascarpone almond extract kind of scent, but then the actual candle was more cinnamony to me. And the blueberry pancakes candle was very, very strong through amazingly, but I hated it because it was actually like a blueberry syrup. It was like their hot maple syrup candle, but with blueberry in it. If you like maple syrup and you like blueberry, that would have been a great candle, but I hate maple. But the description just said it was blueberry and fluffy pancakes, and I expected a bakery blueberry. I guess that was my mistake, but there was nothing in the description about maple. So it's hit or miss. But the candles that I've liked the scent of haven't thrown super well for me. The candles that I haven't liked the scent of, blueberry pancakes, threw really well. So I just haven't found a Crossroads candle that I love. I will talk about specifically the jelly donut first, though, because this one clearly, if you look at how much I've burned them, this one is the one that I like better. I like the scent of this candle a lot. Scent appeal wise, this is probably my favorite Crossroads candle that I've ever smelled. I love the way that it smells. I walk by it, I pop the lid off, which is kind of tough to do at times. They're loosening up the more that I do this, but when I first got them, I was like, I just couldn't get them off. But this one, it smells really like the donut jelly. But again, here's where it's like the names and descriptions are a little misleading. This doesn't smell anything like a donut. It has no bakery. It just smells like the jelly that's inside of a jelly donut. So again, it's not necessarily what I would expect it to smell like based on the name and description, but it's great. It's, I would say, mostly raspberry, maybe a little bit of strawberry in there. Really smells like the donut jelly. If this candle threw well, I would love it. I would buy tons of it. But unfortunately for me, it's throwing like a 3. Maybe a 4, but that's kind of pushing it. I really have to be right next to it to smell it, or leave the room and come back and like look for it. You know, I have to be like, can I smell that? It doesn't just hit me. So yeah, for me, that's like a 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, and I just can't justify spending money on a candle that doesn't throw that well. I like candles that are a lot stronger. This is a light candle, and that is very disappointing because I do really like the way that it smells. It smells great on cold right now. Just wonderful. But can't smell it, doesn't do much good. So that's how I feel about Jelly Donut, and the only circumstances I would recommend that candle would be if you're a person who likes really light candles and you just want one that's just a little bit in the background, but it's very light. Now, the whole peanut butter cookie thing. So I got this candle, and in my haul video, I said that it smelled, this one's tougher to get off. I said that it smelled like a Tootsie Roll. And I hadn't heard anyone, I could smell it right now. I hadn't heard anyone else say that at all, but then Sean replied to my video and said that after he reviewed it, and he thought it smelled like exactly like a peanut butter cookie, but he had like a 50-50 response of people either agreeing with him and saying theirs smelled like peanut butter cookies, or people saying that it smelled like chocolatey, but like a fake chocolate candy type of Tootsie Roll scent. What a coincidence that is, that I thought it smelled like a Tootsie Roll, and so did a bunch of people, other people, apparently. But then Sean also said, and this is what's most telling, that some people said they had 2 and they smelled completely different. So that leads me to believe that there are 2 versions of this peanut butter cookie candle out there, and unfortunately I got one of the bad ones that doesn't smell anything like peanut butter cookies. This, I can't get any peanut butter note from it at all. Like, at all. It smells nothing like peanut butter. The only way that I got any kind of peanut butter is if I took my nail and kind of scratched at the wax a little bit. Then like maybe, but it's still like a really fake cheap peanut butter. It makes me think of like generic peanut butter cups, you know, that aren't very good, like an off-brand. But mostly it's just like this bad chocolate smell. It's not like a good chocolate like Yankees chocolate layer cake. It's like a fake chocolate candy. If you've ever had like a hard candy that's supposed to be chocolate, really Tootsie Roll is the best way to describe it. A not really decadent kind of chocolate. A cheap, fake, icky kind of chocolate. And when it's burning, you sort of get this nondescript baking smell. Like maybe you're baking something, but it doesn't smell like chocolate chip cookies. It doesn't smell like peanut butter cookies. It doesn't smell like oatmeal raisin cookies. It doesn't smell like sugar cookies. It just kind of smells like something. But it's just, it's not like the worst thing I've ever smelled. I don't absolutely hate it, but I don't really like it. I'm going to bring it over to Josh's house where I send candles to dye because he burns through things in like a couple of days. So if ever I don't like a candle, I just give it to him and he just burns it. And that's what will end up happening to this one. You know, and I thought about like calling Crossroads. I've heard they have good customer service, but I don't know how I'm going to be like, hey, I heard on YouTube there are 2 versions of this candle and I obviously got one of the bad ones. Can you send me a different one? You know, there's no batch number on this at all. So there's nothing to even reference, but it seems like people who got in and got theirs like in January got the ones that smelled good like peanut butter cookies, and then something went wrong and people who have ordered them later after that have got ones like this. So unless you want a Tootsie Roll scented candle, I would not recommend this. It does throw like probably a 7, but if you don't like the scent, it doesn't do anything. So of course, it's kind of like the same situation as last time for me. The scents I like aren't throwing well, and the ones that are throwing well aren't my type of scent. So again, I find myself just not finding anything from Crossroads that I really love. And I think for me, it's not like I'm going to bother returning these or anything like that, but I just think I'm kind of done with Crossroads. That's kind of where I'm at. It's just not the company for me. I've tried it, and then I tried it again, and then I tried it again, you know, and I don't know. If they had votives, I might be tempted to order some votives just to sample some of their other scents, but I just haven't had any luck with them. I will say, though, to leave it on a positive note, the candles burn great. I've never had to trim the wicks, but the flames are high. They pool out really nicely. Great performance if you do find a scent that you like that throws a level that you enjoy, but I just haven't. So that's my post-burn review on the peanut butter cookie and the jelly donut candles from Crossroads. I'll probably be back with like an end of SAS type of video, and so I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.